Beat Making Basics.
What's good, YouTube? It's your man FJ Music. I'm back again with another dope video. I'm the owner of Beat Making Basics, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to make a Drake type beat. Okay, if you're new to the channel, please go ahead, do me a favor and subscribe, because I'm coming back to back with dope videos just like this. So let's go ahead and jump into today's video. What we got right here is a dope beat. This is actually on my FJ Music YouTube page if you want to check it out. The link will be below. But yeah, man, this is a beat that I did. It's a Drake type beat. What I'll do is I'll play half of the beat, because I mean, you know what I'm saying, I don't want to, you know, waste your time playing the whole beat. If you want to listen to the whole beat, you just go to my other YouTube channel, subscribe there. You can hear my beats every time I post. It's FJ Music. So let me just check these out, and I'm gonna break down what I did. FJ.
Bring that beat in right there.
I can't give you too much, man. But again, y'all can check out the full version at my other YouTube channel, FJ Music. Anyway, just wanted to break down to y'all, give y'all some tips and tricks on what y'all can do to make your own Drake type beats. First of all, let's talk about the actual sample. As you can see here, these are all the samples. I have a sample A1, sample 2, sample 3. I had to kind of break it up like this, where I did an A and B. Obviously, I could have blended it together and rebounced it down and created it as one track, but I just didn't want to do it like that. So you're going to see why I did it like this. What I'm going to do here, I'm actually going to just create another track real quick with that sample. We'll get the musical typing up, and I'm just going to kind of show you what I did. So I played this sample. I got this sample, and then I had to chop it up. So I'm gonna play it all the way through. You'll see what I'm talking about, what I had to end up doing. So I liked basically that first part of the sample. So what I did is I went ahead and chopped that up right here. And this second part of the sample I didn't really like. I just liked like a certain phrase, like from right here to here. And so on the second sample here, let me just kind of click out of this. Oops. On this sample, I pretty much just went in and chopped it up. So I have this quick sampler up here, right? And as you can see, I just chopped it up right here. So I'll pull up musical typing again. and I just played it like that. And so that's what I did for the sample. As you can see, there's multiple different samples here. I have sample 1, sample 2, sample 3. All I did is I took the same pattern and I just took it up an octave, and then I also had a real lower. I went down an octave on one of them. So that's pretty much what I did for the samples. Now let's talk about the drums. So with this particular beat, and I've noticed Drake does this a lot, what I did is I kind of gave it a trap beat and I did a hip hop beat, and I blended those two within the song. So this is the trap beat that I made. And it really has some trap elements. It's not necessarily a trap beat, but it has some trap elements, especially with the hi-hats. You have the syncopated hi-hats and things like that. So let's kind of go into the hi-hats real quick. If you look at this hi-hat right here, what I did is I used this step sequencer. I came here and I made 64 steps, and I just created some variation here in between on these hi-hats. As you can see, there's two different versions here. So I came over here. This one's a little bit different. I came over here to note repeat, and I did a little note repeating on some of these. So if I come over here as well, say note repeat, you can see where I kind of did some variation. So I just kind of like let you hear that hi-hat. I'll solo these out. I'll turn these off. All right, so that's how I did that. Then I came in under behind that and I added some more hi-hat sounds here. And pretty much what I did is I just started on my keyboard and just scrolled down to create this effect. You know what I'm saying? As you can kind of see right here, I didn't like come in and manually plug in each note. I just played it on the MIDI keyboard, just scroll down. So like if I was to do that here, I just would take my finger, came down like that. That's all I did. And of course I also quantized it a little bit, but not really, man. I usually like to just kind of keep those natural. But that's pretty much the gist of that. I also did a little hi-hat pattern right here. And I just went up and down. So that's how you get that. All right, cool. So we got that. Those are the like trap type drums right there. And then I also went in and I made a whole nother drum pattern, and it's a more of a hip hop feel to it. So let me just let you hear that drum, those drums. And you can see how, although they're different, they're similar. You know what I mean? And really, technically, I could come over here and throw a different sample over this, and it will just be a completely different beat. And so I just merged these two drum loops or drum patterns together. As you can see, really, you have the hip hop right here, and you have the trap right here, and I'm just alternating between the beat. Okay. Let's talk about some of the crazy stuff that I got going on with the effects on the samples. So one thing I really love to do is use this remix effect. I really love using it. It's just so dope to do it. As you can see here, I have certain stuff going. If you really look at the automation, you can see I just went crazy on some of this stuff. So actually, let me go ahead and go to this this B one. I'm going a whole lot more crazy on that one. Essentially, man, what I'm doing though is I'm just freestyling some of this stuff. I'm coming in here and let me just click off that. I'm freestyling this stuff, and what I do is I click on right here and I go to latch. When you have a latch enabled, basically whatever you do to the track, not just with remix effect, whatever you could do to the track, you could push the volume bumper down, you know, push the pan left or right, you know, mute it, unmute it, you know, you can do different things, different effects on that channel. Whatever you do on that channel when latch is selected, it's gonna record it, you know what I'm saying? So what I'll do is turn on latch, I'm gonna turn it off, obviously. And then I just you know, did different things. So I'll just kind of push it right here so you can kind of see the automation what I got going here. So I just did little cool little effects right there. I mean, you know, there's so many different parts in the song that you'll hear effects, but that's pretty much how I did it. Like for instance, right here, I kind of dropped the beat just slightly. You'll see it come in.
Bring that beat in right there.
You couldn't really hear it on that part, but yeah, that's what I did though, man. Pretty much what I did here to make this Drake type beat. A couple other things I also did on this is I added this little vocal guy right here for the hook. Just put her real low. I'll go ahead and play her. And I came over here and I added a reverb on it, so it makes it sound kind of far off. I'm using this for Hollow Room. And all I did is I pushed up the depth a little bit, pushed up the decay a little bit, and the highs a little bit, and excuse me, and it just kind of gave it like it's kind of far off in the background, and so turned it down, and that's kind of how it sounds in the hook. Let me just let you hear it like if it doesn't have that on there, so I'll just turn it off. It still sounds cool, but I like the decay effect or like the echo effect on it or the reverb. All right, and then finally what I also did on the hook here is I went here and I added this other sample, which I felt the sample was pretty sick. This is what the sample sounds like. Let me kind of go up and actually that sample doesn't sound like that because what I did is I took all of the lows out of it. If I was to take off the EQ, let's check it out. It's a hard sample by itself, but I just wanted to kind of add as an accent piece to the beat. And so what I did is I took out that little bass part and I only just used the first part of the sample. Just kind of added like a little dramatic effect to it, man. But that's pretty much in a nutshell what I did to this beat, how I made a dope Drake type beat, man. Again, if you like this video, please make sure you hit that like button, leave me a comment. Appreciate y'all watching. Until the next one, I'm out.